fire. Give me reason, take me higher. 4 million of Panamanians, only one heart. Panama soccer team, you made my dream come true. Good morning, members of the jury and other people. My name is lucieron, and I have the pleasure to present my speech, Live the Soccer World Cup at Eliel's ELL Week 3. Today, I will refer to 3 important facts in my speech. First, I want to highlight the love and pride that we Panamanians experience being represented at the Soccer World Cup in Russia. Second, the importance of the learning English today. And third, the relationship that exists between the celebration of the World Cup and the celebration of Eliel's ELL Week. Panamanians live unforgettable moment with our football team. Our isthmus was proudly represented, and each and every one of us flourished abroad significant nationalism, while our team played with dignity in a faraway country named Russia. No doubt, no country enjoyed this World Cup as much as we did. We were really fans and fond of the first FIFA World Cup goal made by Felipe Baloy. 32 countries disputed the 2018 World Cup, the soccer, a sport that moved millions of people in Panama. At Eliel Bilingual Institute, a passion for football is celebrating every 4 years, creating in each student an enthusiastic spark to understand what a World Cup consists of. Why say that the English language is important in our lives? And what is the relationship with the celebration of the World Cup? We are used to listening to our parents and teachers talk about the importance of the learning English. It is repetitive, and it is real. As the first mentioned a few moments ago, the limit of my language or the limit of my world. As a ninth grade student, I am convinced that only when we responsibly acknowledge the efforts of our parents and take advantage of these years of study, we will truly succeed in our student and professional life. Every year we celebrate the Week of English, and students sing, spell, give a speech, dance, and decorate classroom. I end my dissertation with my heart on the hand and give thanks for this opportunity. Thank you, Panama soccer team, for making us dream and let the dream come true. This year at ELL Week, we showed goal. High tide with my flag, waving beyond the borderlands, because my name is Panama. My name is Panama. Thank you.
To talking about enjoying a World Cup means do it with enthusiasm and joy. We want to be competitive. We are prepared for that. Good morning, member of the jury, classmates, and present public. My name is Atenas Arauz, and I have the pleasure to present my speech, Live the World Cup at Eliel Bilingual Institute. The World Cup is a sports space that allows the nation from all over the world to compete in order to achieve the goal of being one of the 32 teams can representing their country in this international competition. Of course, reaching the opportunity to play in such tournaments generates hopes, joys, nationalism, and great expectation. It is also an opportunity to learn about cultures of participating countries, their customs, locations on world map, ways of life, good and bad values. A good example is the sense of respect and responsibility of the Japanese when picking up the garbage left by fans at the stadium. This was afterwards copied by other ethnics. I think that during the month, people and countries take a break in life to free themselves, level down the stress, and dream about each goal that it generates. As a Panamanian, I feel such a great joy to know that my beloved Panama was going for the first time to the World Cup, and at my age to be able to witness it. To hear the anthem song for the first time in this World Cup made me cry with joy like never before in my life. At the Eliel Bilingual Institute, the World Cup was lived through different activities that took place in school. However, the most expected one is here. the celebration of English Week. Not only students, but the teachers are also counting the days to meet and compete with great motivation in the different disciplines like choreography, artistic performance, spelling bee, and speech. How do we experience the World Cup at the Eliel Bilingual Institute? Well, let me tell you that motivation is already running through our veins. Let us dress up with pride and honor. We are Eliel today and tomorrow, looking forward not only to compete as an English language learner, but to reach goal of the knowledge and understanding. It's time to live the World Cup at the Eliel Bilingual Institute. Thank you.
With effort, you can get your dream. Good morning, teacher. Good morning, member of the jury. My name is Mariano Ibaez. I'm speak about how if the World Cup and the year. I was happy because Russia and noticed Panama classification for the first time at a CTV and Serbia visited and Machado and school in a year. We live the World Cup. Thank you.
Today I will do what others want, so tomorrow I can accomplish what others can't. Jerry Rice. Good morning, members of the jury, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jeremy Dupuy, and today I have the pleasure of present my speech about Live the Soccer World Cup at Eliel's ELA Week. Football, passion of crowds, and passion of millions of people. The color that the fans put, the preview, everything that is lived in each game, in each play, is unrepeatable. There is no explanation for this. Not even questions, because the answers are in vain. Every 4 years, the world joins to see the football party, the World Cup. And this year was very special because our country, Panama, could classify for the first time in its history to a World Cup. This World Cup was the most technological because it was possible to implement the video assistant referee, the VAR, which had 20 interventions and 455 incidents reviewed in 64 World Cup matches, what made a better World Cup. In our school, we live incredible and unforgettable moments. We lived the games, we shared the goals of our national team. Also, we could prepare to test our skills in different competitions, such as spelling bee, artistic performance, speech, among others. It was amazing. But the most important thing was that we were able to share in harmony and peace. Thank you.
Good afternoon, members of the jury and visitors. Today I'm going to talk about Live the Soccer World Cup at ELL Week. In the year 2017, when I watched the game of Panama and I saw our hero, Roman Torres, put the goal that took us to Russia 2018, I jumped and celebrated. From that moment, there was joy and happiness in my heart that our selection of Panama participate in a World Cup. Yes, they did it. That is why I live the Soccer World Cup at Eliel's ELL Week, because we were there in Russia. And for the first time wearing the Panini photo album, our flag, the most beautiful flag. It was opened for the first time in a World Cup game. I live the Soccer World Cup at Eliel's ELL Week. Thank you.
Good morning, teachers, classmates, and members of the jury. My name is Eliel Edwards, and today I want to present my speech about Live the World Cup at Eliel's ELL Week. 2018 is the year of the World Cup, and Eliel's ELL Week celebrates the cultural diversity of all the countries that came together for this event, because there's no better way to learn about the culture and history of the world than this. 2018's World Cup was full of surprises. Panama qualified in its first World Cup in history, making this event even more special to us. It was beautiful to see Panamanians from all walks of life become so invested in the World Cup this year. And I was amazed to see our whole country become a huge party where, no matter what happened, we celebrated proudly and loudly when a team would make an appearance. At Eliel, it was no different. Our school was filled with World Cup fever. We watched the games, and sometimes we wore our red t-shirts to class to show our support for a great country. We celebrated excitedly, and sometimes we yelled at the referee when he made a bad call. Today, I also want to mention our brave brothers from Costa Rica, a small country who have been making a name for themselves in the last decade. Although they were rivals during the qualifying rounds, they've been extremely supportive and proud of us during our first step to World Cup history. This is only the beginning for Panama. We gained experience and notoriety, and the world got a taste of Panama's best product, its people. Thank you.
And skins have many colors, but human blood is always red. Proverb. Good evening, juries, professors, students, and members of the audience. My name is Antoine Austin Kirton, and I have the pleasure of delighting you with my speech. These past few years has been difficult for people in general to tolerate different races, different religion, and even different political views. And 2018 was looking the same. But there was something that gave us hope this year and showed us what unity looks like, the World Cup. 32 countries from all around the world with Asian, Black, Arabic, and white players, not necessarily looking like the most of their country population, represented the country that opened their doors to immigrant patterns a few years ago, showing how positive can be the impact of missing races and welcoming immigrants for the future. Yes, this World Cup was full of surprises, and not only because Panama qualified this year, but also because the host of this World Cup was Russia, a country well known for their discrimination behavior. But I'm glad that they opened their doors to us, so we can show them who really are. By this, I mean that learn that we Panamanians exist, and that we are one of the happiest and proudest countries of the world, that France has people of every color, and that we all scream gold. We become one no matter our nationality. Let's show that to the world. Let's say yes to love and not to discrimination. Thank you.
Panama to the World Cup in Russia 2018. It is written and said easy to have suffered for so long is difficult, but highly rewarding in the end. Good morning, member of the jury. My name is Roberto Munoz, and I have the pleasure to present my speech about Live the World Cup at Eliel's ELL Week. The time to look closely at the biggest sporting show on earth is here. This tournament involving most countries of the world, such as Panama, Brazil, Croatia, Japan, and Belgium, allowed last June and July that thousands of players could compete in harmony and peace, showing what sacrifice and practice meant to them. The passion of the World Cup of Russia 2018 not only crossed borders, no, it went further and reached the heart of each of the people that their country stay present in this World Cup. Panama, that country that managed to conquer Russia 2018 with its joy, that is what we are, a hardened country that always seek to achieve its dreams, my dreams, your dreams, a small but a big heart country. This World Cup was different and very special because Panama, my country, participated for the first time. It was a great and emotional moment when we heard the national anthem, and that was the greatest triumph. And we also were excited when Felipe Valois scored the first goal of Panama. Yes, we did not win, but I know they left everything on the court to see a whole country scream, "Goal!" At Eliel's, we live the World Cup by making competitions, like decorating the house, making a lucid plate from a specific country, developing artistic talents, and singing competitions, improving spelling skills, and many more that help the students become competitive in their studies. The will to win means nothing if you haven't the will to get ready. Thank you, and see you in Qatar 2022.
Today begins our dream we all have as a child, to reach a World Cup. Good afternoon, distinguished members of the jury and public present. My name is Dana Quiroz, and I have the pleasure to present my speech under the theme Live the World Cup at Eliel's ELL Week 2018. The passion football of crowds and passion of millions of people, the colors that fans put, the preview, everything that lives in each play, in each game is unrepeatable. It was the 21st edition of the Men's Soccer World Cup, organized by FIFA. This edition of the event was held between June 14 and July 15, 2018 in Russia. Let me remember the day we made history all in football worldwide. Finally, the day that most Panamanians dream of had come true. With the goal of Roman Torres in a minute 87 marked the victory, giving the pass to the World Cup. It means not only being among the best football teams, but also showing the world that Panama, being a small country, but with people of great hearts, we were ready to go to Russia. I remember the day of our first match. Regardless of the result, Panama dressed as a homeland because of the fact that our national team reached such a high level. See the progress and effort of each one of our players full of joy for millions of hearts. At the Eliel Bilingual Institute, we live it in an extraordinary way, on a big screen match. At the moment our team was playing, a mix of sensation it was known, something exciting and scary, especially that our team left everything on the court against the biggest one. We feel very satisfied and proudly Panamanians, and I hope to see us in Qatar 2022. Thank you.
Good morning, member of the jury and others. My name is Aymar Pinto. I am going to present my speech, Live the World Cup at Eliel's ELL Week. The Soccer World Cup is a great event that takes place every 4 years, where the whole world comes together to celebrate and appreciate football, where different teams represent their countries to win the cup, a millionary prize, and more than all, the honor of being the best in the world. This year was held in Russia. Live the World Cup in Eliel was a fun experience because we could watch the game with our classmates. Use the teacher of our soccer team. Besides that is the theme of our week of English, which is a very important event at Eliel, where each grade represents a team, and that allows us to know their culture, players, and other aspects. It's not just football. The assistant to the World Cup of our country was one of the best experiences for Panama. Our little country became known, and the one with joy, positivism of our people stood out before the world. To conclude, Live the World Cup in our school is like Live the Cup as a country with joy, fun, and competitive spirit are qualities that we learn in Eliel. Thank you.